Okay, so sorry this is a little late, but lost my notes. We're talking about the Apache Warrior 400, the 29th race of the 2017 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. So this was Dover. This is a cut line race, which means 4 drivers from the original 16 fielded playoff. This first round will be completed then. It's a round of 16, then we go to the round of 12, round of 8, and then the championship round at Homestead Miami Speedway. But anyway, so this is Dover. Truex won the pole. He's been strong all year. Larson took the lead around lap 27, and then Truex led right before green flag pit stops at lap 82. First yellow came out because Jeffrey Earnhardt crashed into the barrels at the end of pit road. And just they said, oh, Dover's so tricky getting onto pit road, be careful. Well, he wasn't careful enough. And that first caution led to the red flag coming out to clean up the mess. Second yellow was the end of stage 1. Kozlowski got his 5th stage of the win of the season. And then Matt Kenseth was speeding on pit road under caution, so he had to restart at the tail of the field. The third caution was Reed Sorensen, oil from his blown engine. And Truex held the lead. Stage 2. During stage 2, the cut line at the halfway mark at lap 200. Ryan Newman below by 9 points. Austin Dillon below by 10 points. Kurt Busch below by 22 points. And Casey Kane by 23 points. Those drivers were in jeopardy of being eliminated from the first round. And then, so now the fourth caution is the end of stage 2. And Kyle Larson got his 4th stage win of the season. And under caution, he lost the lead. Drivers cut off their engines, turn them back on under caution, just because they can. It saves fuel. The engine's not running. It saves fuel more so than if they even idle. So what happened was he cut his engine off under caution and couldn't get it back going, and a couple cars passed him, and he ended up losing the lead. Under NASCAR rules, you must maintain caution lap speed, which means maintaining with the pace car or else you lose your position. So he didn't maintain and therefore lost the lead. And Chase Elliott then had the lead. So the restart came on lap 249, and that was stage 3. And from lap 249 to lap 400, the race went green. We had green flag stops on lap 319, and on lap 332, this really put the dagger in for Kurt Busch. He had a commitment line violation because he didn't have all 4 tires below the square at the commitment line for pit road. They have a commitment line. If you are on either side, so if you're on the outside of it, you have to stay on the track. If you're on the inside of that line, there's a line before pit road starts. If you're on the inside of the box there, which is basically a fake cone, you have to come in. Well, he didn't have all 4 tires below that. Therefore, it was a commitment line violation, which was a pass-through penalty. Under green flag, all penalties are pass-through penalties. Under caution, all penalties, you restart at the tail of the field. And by the tail of the field, I don't mean, you just line up last. If there's 25 cars that are on the same lap as the leader, in slang terms, the lead lap, well, now the tail of the field means the tail. So you have to line up not only just behind the lead lap cars, you also have to line up behind the lap down or more cars. So if a guy's 4 or 5 laps down, you have to line up behind him. They call it tail end of the longest line. Whichever line is longer is the line you line up in. So that put the dagger in, and those 4 drivers were eliminated. Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, and Casey Kane, all eliminated. And Kyle Busch won his 2nd race in a row. Will he do the 3-peat at Charlotte? We'll have to find out. Charlotte, 1 Eastern, NBC, next Sunday. It would be October 8th. Sunday, October 8th, 1 Eastern, NBC. This concludes this week's edition of NASCAR Analysis with Big Trev. We'll see you after Charlotte, after the Bank of America 500. I'll be back next week.